I could definitely also say too that a lot of trauma that I went through, it was not my fault. And the things that made me do the things that I did was definitely on somebody else's terms and not mine. A lot of stuff that people that especially if they're chosen, they go through that stuff, it's because of what somebody else did to them. Because people that are chosen and empaths and all this stuff and black sheep, they have big hearts. We the kind of people, my life path is a 33. Master number six, 33. Master number 33, which is a six. Okay. Either one is still the same thing. Those kind of people, hearts are very, 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 very genuine, very big. I grew up in a family of narcissists. Is you might as well call them. They was in some type of company. I got to the point in my life where I started realizing, being the age I am, 40 years old, that a lot of this stuff that was happening around me, it was happening to me to let me realize that you were being protected. All these times things were happening to me, knowingly and unknowingly, it was other people's doing. It wasn't because I wanted to live that way. It was people putting projecting all. Look, when I just said that I was raised around a whole bunch of narcissists, you can guarantee me being an empath, being chosen, everybody was targeting me. I was the person, the go-to person that they could dump all of their stuff off on. And anybody that's chosen can definitely vouch for what I just said. They always attract people that are narcissistic. I've went out here and tried to make friends. I've given people plenty of chances. And when I didn't know who I was, I was setting my, it's like God was, He saved me every time. Those are the times that those were unknowingly times, okay? Unknowingly. And most of the times that I went through things, I will say it again, it was unknowingly because people tried to steal my destiny. They copy my who I am, watch every little thing I do, steal things from me, and use it on me. They was trying to do a me on me. It was weird. They was gonna pull a me on me. How can you actually steal what somebody does, discredit it, and then turn around and try to do that same thing? But you try to make them feel bad. What you stealing from them, you want them to feel bad for doing it, but you want to beat them at the same time. To me, it does not make sense. None of that never added up. But I had family members, actually siblings. They would have siblings because a lot of times I would hear it would get back to me. I would find out that because we don't have the same father, they would say half sister and brother, and so that's just what it is. But when I really think about it and I get into it, God put me in their family. They weren't never my family because they were all karmic. A karmic is always a karmic. So when people sit up and say that everybody was once a karmic, I guess you can say that they was once a karmic. But I feel like if you're chosen, you always were chosen. He didn't just tell you. It didn't just magically happen that you were chosen. You were born that way. Okay, I feel like that you were born chosen. I've always noticed when I was able to comprehend the fact that I was chosen, that not knowing that I was chosen, but I definitely knew that something was different about me. When I look back on my childhood, how I was always off to myself in isolation and always talking to myself. It was just little weird things like that. Strange, but it was me. It was me being myself. That's what you call a person that is authentic. You're being yourself to the fullest. People degraded the things about me that were weird, but that's me. That's something that a person couldn't. It's matter. No black magic, no demonic entity could not take away from me. Like I said in my other video that I made before this one, it was a short video. The Earth is not my planet. I came here on a mission for God, and the mission that I'm on is to stay high vibrational and to make change, positive change. I instantly get. I notice I've been to several different states. Okay, I've been around some states. I've been around in the United States. I've traveled with my kids. And I notice it don't matter where I go, how nice I am, and how I'm always authentic and genuine with my type, the type of nature, the kind of person I am, I will always get some kind of backlash. I will always attract narcissistic people. I'm in a neighborhood right now where a man is continuously, if my trash can was still sitting outside right now, tomorrow's trash day, I have to wait till the morning time to sit my trash can out because I know that demons, they come out night. They come out at night. Freaks, they come out at night. Okay, and I love the nighttime. I talk to the moon. I do all of that. Yes, I do. Mother Nature, if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't even have a lot of things that we would have if it was not for Mother Nature. I love Mother Nature. I thank, I've thanked Mother Nature before. Okay, people see stuff like this. People are gonna think that you are weird, but see, I was set out to be different, and all of us are different. But like I was saying on my other video, I cut that part off because I'm trying to. When I talk about something, it ties into other things. This is why I talk about so many different things at once because all of it ties together. Okay. In my other video, I was saying that I'm not from planet Earth. I was definitely here on a mission for God. You either here for the good Lord, or you're here doing the work of the devil. It's chess, not checkers. I feel like that sometimes when I get upset because being who I am and going through so many trials and tribulations and stuff, and people don't even know my story. That's the crazy part. They look at me when they see me come outside, and you could tell that they got evil intentions or just bad intentions when it comes to me. I don't even have to bother nobody. I get backlash because people can see your light. If it's a demon in them, you have to look at it like that because you have to put it in simple terms for people to actually understand. There is a light on people, certain people, and others there is not a light. This is why people that works for the devil, they be in groups. They always, if you notice, they be always have to be around groups of people so they can still, because they know that in the midst of those groups, there's going to be an empath here and there. So they be in groups so they can suck up the energy. It's just like stealing somebody's chi. CHI or CHE. I don't know, but I some kind of way I found out what I started saying chi, and I don't even know where I got that from. Okay, but people, somebody might have been saying it before for a long time, and I already know about that. But sometimes when I'm talking, words will come out of nowhere, and I'm just saying them, and I don't know exactly where I got it from. But like I just said, there's information in me, books, knowledge, experiences, being a human that are in me that I know if I wrote a book, I would get millions off that book. Okay? I know I would. And I need to stop talking about it and just get to it, to be honest. But I don't know. It's so much stuff that I want to talk about to people. And I try to take my time and talk about it and express and think about what I'm saying before I actually say it. So hopefully this message will get to somebody. They'll actually understand. Like, the stuff she's expressing right now, I can understand it because I can relate. I've been through it before, you know? I just feel like it don't matter where I go. You know, it's the same thing because of the light that is within me. And this is why I've been in hermit mode where I currently live now for almost 2 years. I don't go outside, and my kids don't go outside. We're always in the house. We barely get sunlight. The only time me and my kids actually go outside is when we're getting groceries, or we're checking the mailbox, or we're taking the trash out. And and it's got to a point where it's so the two neighbors that I'm in between, because there's a white couple that lives on our left side, and there's a couple that lives on our left side. Both of the couples are white. One of the couples is white, and then the other couple is a Hispanic man and a white woman. And I thought for sure when I saw him the first A couple of times I wasn't really looking at him like that. I thought that he was a Caucasian man, but he is actually Hispanic. He was the one that was throwing trash all over my yard because he's narcissistic. And I had to ask myself one day when I came back in the house, and I realized when I had went out there that day to throw away trash that it was trash all over my trash can. Again, like he would wait every certain day of the week when he felt like he didn't have anything to do. He was bored. He wasn't getting along with his girl or whoever that lady is that is next door to him that he lives with. That if something not working out in his life, that he will, because people can see your light. When people are narcissistic, either it's a demon in them or it's more than one demon, but it's definitely a narcissistic demon in them. Demons can see a person's light. Being a human, they can see their light that's on you, and they instantly come for you. They're not gonna ignore the fact that they see somebody that has light on them. They try you all the time. Okay. When we first moved in this neighborhood, that man tried to speak to me. I pulled up one day coming from my job I had just got after moving in this home. The job was an hour away. Every day I'm going to work. An hour to work, an hour back. I would do my job, and then it took an hour for me to get back to the house. But every time when I first pulled up, that man was coming from the side of our house, and it wasn't in his yard. He was. It was. It's a fence that separates his yard from our yard. But when I pulled up that night, he had some kind of little light on his forehead. It was like a headband tie, but it had a light in the front of it, kind of like one of those lights you use when you're down in the ground mining. He had one of those on his head, and he was just not coming from the side of our house. He wasn't on his side of the fence. He was on our side of the fence on the side of our house. I guess he was a pervert or something, because people that are narcissistic, they do demonic stuff. They they child molesters. They'll go with anybody if you let them. They probably go with animals. You can't put nothing past people that are narcissistic because it'd be really deep down something wrong with them. You know something wrong with them, but you know they're narcissistic, but you be like, you keep saying there's something wrong with that person. All you can say about them is that we know it's something wrong with them. It's they narcissistic to their heart. That's their purpose. Their purpose is to come here to destroy. They're a vessel for the devil. And people that they aren't narcissistic, but they don't hardly talk about God or pray to God. They do bad things. They are vessels for the devil. The devil jumps into them. And when you leave that town that you moved in, that devil jumps up out of them. And it's like this entity I want to get to. That's the next subject I'm going to get on, the next thing I want to talk about. Like what I was just saying a moment ago, how like being who I am, it does not matter where we go, where I go with my kids. It's always this demonic entity that follows us. I remember when we were in Shreveport, Louisiana, and we was living at a hotel. We started frequenting this Walmart that was in Shreveport, and we we didn't know anybody there. Me and my kids, we out shopping, minding our business. We go inside the store, people walking up to us, real sweet old women, and people speaking to us. Y'all, you have some lovely kids, and they speaking to us and telling us to have a good day. And I noticed over time, about a couple of more times frequenting, going to that Walmart, the atmosphere had changed. The demon that was following us saw that we were going to that Walmart. And so that very last time going to that Walmart, I noticed that those last two times, matter of fact, people started. You could see that there were demons in them because they just started coming for us out of nowhere for no apparent reason at all. And I said to my kids, "You see that? Do you see this? Don't nobody here know us in Shreveport, Louisiana. We just mind our business shopping. We people, at first we noticed that people were speaking to us, and then the more we started going to that Walmart, all of a sudden you see females walking past like they want to fight us. Me and my kids now, I look young for my age, being 40 years old, so they thought that I was in the store with just kids, teenagers, because I got teenage daughters, so they assume that I'm a teenager too. No, I'm a fully grown ass woman. Okay, They walking past us, they all thick and built up like 55-year old or 35-year olds. They end up 17, 18 years old. They ready to fight. Walking past, rolling their eyes. I'm like, see, you see this? This is weird. But I started realizing then that it's definitely some type of entity, demon, demonic entity following us. Cause it's like being who you are, you cannot help that you have light on you because of who you are. And I try not to say that word chosen too frequently, too much, because being somebody that is chosen, you always want to remain humble. You don't think yourself above others. You always try to, but you know that you are. I'm not trying to be funny on this part. When me saying this, you are. You cannot help that. You can't help it. Everywhere you go, it don't matter how authentic and big hearted you are. You have people that intentionally attack you because of that light that shines within you. You can't. You, that's their job. It's chess, not checkers. You're here to do a job for God, to change the world and uplift the world. That's why I always, every time I turn around, I feel like I'm always going through these changes, these spiritual awakenings, because I'm leveling up spiritually. Spiritually high ranking, I am in the spirit world. And I've been saying for a while now that I'm going to master myself as a human. I'm going to get there. I'm definitely going to do that. That's a part of my mission too, to do that, to master myself as a human being. No, this is not my plan. And I hate it here sometimes. And I know that the people be saying that hate is a bad word, but I use the word, okay? Because that's all that there is here. On planet Earth is pure hate. The devil, this is his playground. It's pure hate here. As much as I showcase love to people, it's never gonna be enough. It's never gonna be enough. So I'm at the point in my life where this is why me and my kids are in hermit mode. We don't talk to nobody. And if it is, it's a high and by type of thing. And I know that that's not what God wants for me and my kids. He wants us to be out there and be in nature and have a little fun here and there. But we in times now where you can't even really do that no more. You can't express yourself no more. You got to watch what you say. You can't and especially if you're chosen, they try to convict you for everything. They try to come at you for every little thing that you do. And then being who you are, also, yes, your spirit guides and spirits that are around you, you always feel like you're being watched just because you are being watched. This is why I say, going back to the other video, I should have been president, because I don't want to be president. I'm gonna tell you that now. I won't even fit the bill. I definitely am a leader, but I won't want to be a president, because just being the person that I am with this simple life that I have, I already attract unwanted attention. So why would I want to be a president so I can further have people coming for my neck? I already have that situation, and I'm just a simple human being living a simple ass life. I won't want to be a president, but that's how people treat me. Everywhere I go, I get a lot of attention, and I'm a Leo. I get a lot of attention. That comes with being a Leo too. You attract attention. You're the sun. No, and people always want to copycat. I'm talking about me. I can't speak for other Leos, but for me, going back to that copycat situation, they always want to steal who you are and use what they stole from you on you. It's like a love hate situation. They hate your guts, but they admire by stealing things from you. I have a family member. I don't really call them family members anymore, but she's a Virgo, and I had to learn the hard way that, and it's a Leo too that did it. That's in my family. They both are always in cahoots, but it's the Virgo. The both of those females copy me, but the Virgo is low vibrational, because you got good Virgos. You got in every zodiac. There's is either they're low vibrational or they're high vibrational. She copied everything I did to a T, and then it got to a point where she didn't even care about me knowing that she was copying me. I had to get the hell out of that state that I was in. Okay, because when I thought about it, it was pissing me off. And then after I left, because it was like I was too close to the situation, I had to go somewhere else for God to actually give me a realization and a epiphany that she was actually, it was bad when she was copying me.